Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Pikmin 4 Treasure Catalogue Epilogue. I'm pretty sure this will be the penultimate Treasure Catalogue Epilogue, so let's not waste any time and get right into the Soulful Musician series. Mild, quick reminder that we actually had a whole side quest to finish this one. The one musician guy was like, I want you to collect all the music for me. So, that was the thing. Anyways, the harmonic synthesizer. This clam-like sound generator is all natural. The purity of its percussive tone is irresistible. Clack, clack. My taste in music is highly refined, but my wife and kids have no taste at all. For example, when I ask my family if they want to go out for karaoke, they twist their faces and give me a nasty look, and they don't know what they're missing. Well then. At first I mistook it for a giant clam. My stomach growls every time I tap it. Do you have one of those spouses who loves to play pranks on you? For example, one who gets a laugh from sneaking up and startling you with a boo! That's me. Well, put this on your prank-pulling partner, and you'll always know when they are approaching. It's a must-have item for the spouse who wants to have the last laugh. Well, I mean, you can hide the sound of the bell. Sometimes I miss my carefree bachelor days. Once you have a family, those days are history. I like spending time with my wife, but sometimes I just want to be alone. I feel you. Could it be fruit? It looks like there's some kind of seed on the inside, but the husk is inedible. Path Creator, it's like a bike bell? This warning device, worn by ancient guardian deities, would be rung loudly for all to hear when a villager committed a wrongdoing. Anyone who heard it would then immediately fall to the ground, clearing the way for the guardian to pass. Well, that's an interesting take. When I was a kid, I set off the alarm system at my primary school just to see what would happen. As predicted, I was scolded, but I have no regrets. We are naturally curious creatures. Why else would we be here? I still get the urge to set off alarms, but sadly I've gotten better at resisting these impulses. I made the mistake of entering the golden bowl and ringing it from within. The noise was deafening. I bet. Time maker. Oh, marker. This great bell has traditionally been rung at the end of each day, each month, and each year. And what a beautiful tone to mark the passage of time. Of course, once one counts up how many times they've rung this bell, that pretty jingle may turn into quite the startling jangle. How is it that so much time has flown by? Despite its solemn appearance, the sound emitted by this object is airy and bright. It reminds me of the innocence and wonder that lives in the heart of a young child. It's important never to lose that sense of childlike wonder. I know I haven't. Beware! It's easy to get stuck when you climb up into it. Good to know. Wind detector. Oh, harmonica. Ah, what striking tones do play as the wind dances through the silvery treasure. The musical notes that flow from the holes announce the arrival of a breeze, and in doing so they weave a song both sweet and melancholy. It's a sentimental soundtrack, one best suited for a fall afternoon spent contemplating the passing of the seasons. Give it to Joshua, and he will play you The Whereabouts of Light, I believe the song is called. Or Estelle, technically. Unpainted spaceships look a lot like this, shiny and ripe for adventure. As a kid, I would go down to the spaceship dock just to watch the ships being assembled. And that's where I started to dream big. In reality, this is likely some kind of noisemaker. Despite its appearance, this is not a chocolate bar. I chipped a tooth when I tried to bite through the foil wrapper. Yeah, that was maybe not wise. Maybe don't bite through wrappers either, but it's Louis. An ocarina. Ambiguous hostile. It seems that something, or more likely some things, lived within the inner cavity of this device. What were those things? What was their purpose? Were they forced to live there together as part of an experiment? Some things are destined to remain unknown. Based on its shape and where it was found, I have deduced this is a nest for some type of aquatic creature. On Hokotate, fish are known to use sunken buildings and objects like their own underwater apartments. I'm sure many a life flourished here. I put my face through one of the holes and smelled something odd. I see. Megahorn. Bounce on this squishy bulb and to produce an earth-shattering roar, the likes of which you've never heard. Large brass instruments such as this added volume to band performances. Just don't stand in front of the horn end if you like your eardrums. I'm not sure my eardrums will ever recover from the thunderous noise emitted by this artifact. I can only imagine it played a role in many a naughty child's practical jokes. If I had one of these as a kid, I'm sure I would have been a terror. I can't wait to scare the boss with this thing. I know I've mentioned this last episode, but I do like how some of these tell a story between the three of them. Like they pick up where the other left off. That amuses me. Mechanical harp, memory song. Oh yes, and these actually played. It's not gonna do it now though. It actually kind of played the song as it was being carried. Disappointing that it won't redo that. This device plays a beautiful melody that elicits feelings of nostalgia. There's something so familiar about it, and yet at the same time it's completely unknown. Mysterious to be sure. Okay, now what are the three? So there's memory song, lullabies, windmills. So that's the Song of Storms, that's the Piranha Plant lullaby. I don't remember what this one was. Memory. I don't think... My mind wants to say Melody of Memories, but I don't think that's a real Zelda song. Strange. Despite its calming tones, something about this melody makes my palms sweat and sends shivers up my spine. It's as if it's sending me a warning about unexpected troubles in the future. This would be the perfect musical accompaniment to a cup of fruit juice. Is that a hint? I have no idea. The song played on this device is intended to make the listener feel sleepy and yet terrified to fall asleep at the same time. How odd that a piece of music can make you feel like you're staring down a mouthful of razor-sharp teeth. Oh. There's a healing quality to this song, and I can't help but gravitate toward it. Perhaps this is a machine meant to lure prey for a stronger predator. The strong do have a disproportionate advantage on this planet. Wait, then does that make me the weaker prey? Nanny used to sing me a special lullaby to put me at ease. I would instantly fall asleep. To feel the excitement of a grand adventure, all you need to do is play this device. It seems to sing of heroic tales and captured princesses. I hope one day I'm able to sell these rare treasures to a hero as valiant as these dulcet tones. My son is always playing some sort of adventure game. He becomes the hero, defeats his arch nemesis, and saves the day at last. I admire heroic figures like that, but if given a choice, I'd choose my own life again and again. Best dad, Olimar. Well, I mean, he's an adventurer too, in his own right. This song is positively invigorating. I can't stop listening to it. 3 more. The Emperor Whistle. Healing tones are old news. We'll greet the new trend. Super sounds of awakening. Air passing through the inner chamber plays a high note that acts as an acoustic refreshment. When I blow air into this rock, it makes the hair on my neck stick straight up. But if I blow a little bit harder, the sound becomes crackly and soft. It's so pathetic. I can't help but burst into a fit of giggles whenever I hear it. The sound this makes would wake even a deep sleeper like Nana. Shake a smile. Crying when you want to cry, laughing when you want to laugh. acting on your every impulse without worrying about the consequences. Ah, to be a baby again. This treasure elicits feelings of nostalgia for that time, and memories of the love and joy a baby can bring. This object rattles when you move it. It sounds quite similar to the frequency emitted by baby goods on my home planet. I imagine this would work in a pinch if you had a crying baby you needed to soothe. Reminds me of Nana. Aww. Your voice is weak. It does not carry. No one notices you. If this is true, then this item is for you. Starting today, you are a gym teacher. Oh, this is what we got from Groovy Longlegs. You will never be ignored again. I wasn't surprised to discover this had been found inside a Groovy Longlegs deep underground. It certainly gives off the same vibes as a creature made of inorganic and organic materials. On a separate note, every time I look at it, I want to dance. Ooh. So fun to jump up and down on it. I guess it would be kind of bouncy, wouldn't it? And the Soulful Musician series. Very nice. Wasn't there 2 ocarinas, though? I distinctly remember getting a blue one at some point. That might be part of a different collection, I guess. Maybe the newly nostalgic. Cool. Cool. Alright, the Great Adventure series. Double Dragon-Eyed Scope. And this massive scope allows 2 viewers to stand side by side and see far into the distance. As if that wasn't impressive enough, it looks like as if its design was based on dragon eyes. It's just the thing for a couple of adventurous explorers who hate taking turns. It's reminiscent of a telescope I had when I was a kid. My father and I would stare up at the skies together and talk about our discoveries. And that telescope nurtured my adventurous spirit. I'd love to meet the adventurer who peeked into these lenses. When I looked through it from the bigger end, everything seemed tiny. I felt like a giant. Lol. Temporal mechanism. This piece of technology doesn't work, so there's no way to confirm it. But I believe in my heart of hearts that it is part of a time machine. A foolish belief, maybe. But I have faith that the future holds many great things. And this is simply a sign of what's to come. I was entranced by the longer needle as it spun round and round, and I completely lost track of time. Which is ironic. And this object doesn't strike me as otherworldly, but whenever I look at it, it's like I can feel the space-time continuum bending around me. The long stick ticks along a lot faster than the short one. If I had to pick, I'd choose the laid-back one. Alright. Director of Destiny. Compass. Now, this astounding device indicates which direction fate is flowing. By reading the magnetic fields found on planets and in living organisms alike, it can read one's fortune. The science is too complex to explain, but whether you go north or south, do heed its guidance. The arrow-like object floating in the center appears to move around at will, but it's actually always pointing in the same direction. It could be trying to point me towards my destiny, but I'd rather figure that out on my own. Could be useful for food storage. I just need to figure out how to open it. Lol, Louie. And the Detective's Truth Seeker. Surely, this powerful viewing device was used by a brilliant professor trying to catch a glimpse of the truth hiding in the most fundamental level of the universe. But when they looked through here, did they find that truth? And did the truth look bigger and a bit out of focus? Everything looks so much bigger when you peer through the lens. You can see the smallest of details, and all the different components that make up a single object. That's the proper way to conduct a scientific investigation. As fun as it is to make food appear larger, this object can actually increase the amount. Oh, that's cute. I like how they have it on the ledge there. Oh, and the clock is stuck. It is stuck at 10:08, I guess? Almost 10:09. Doesn't change whether it's day or night. Makes sense, though, because the clock is stuck. Cool. Cool. Ah, yes, the train series. I'm looking forward to the one of it put together. I'm hoping it's actually driving around in circles. That would be amazing. Probably sitting at the station, though, if I had to imagine. Unlimited locomotive. Some people love to ride the rails because it reminds them of the past. Others ride the rails because they're excited about what lies in the future. I say a train trip is more than just transportation. It is unlimited in possibility. Hop aboard and find out. Why is it that a child's eyes always seem to light up at the sight of a train? My son was fascinated with them, and it was the first toy he ever wanted. I was the same way as a kid. Even now, I'm wishing I could hop on the train and go for a ride. Choo-choo. Very difficult and uncomfortable to ride. He tried. Quick side note. I love trains, but not like that, like, oh my god, it's this engine, and oh my god, this specific model. I don't care about the technical aspects of trains. I just love trains in general. I think they're a really fun method of transportation. Great way to bring large bits of cargo or passengers. But also, whenever they show up in games, media in general, but especially games, I tend to really enjoy those levels. Just a level like on a train or something. I don't know what it is. I just really like trains. They get me excited. But not in a nerdy way. Not that there's anything wrong with the nerdy way, if that makes any kind of sense. I got this, side tangent from the Treasure Catalogue here. I got this one game from the library at one point. You can get video games from your local library. Hooray. And I don't even remember what it was, but it was like a train conductor simulator, like running train stations and stuff. I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool. I'll check it out. And I got into it, and in the tutorial, it was like, now, as everybody knows, the guy who created the very first engine was this dude. Nobody needed us to say that. And I kind of just went, oh, this game isn't meant for me, is it? Because I sure shit didn't know that, and I know very little about train history or famous train cars or people who invented what. So I just like trains. Whenever I play Minecraft, because I have it on the Xbox, but just, the Xbox 360 version, hyper outdated, I always end up getting sidetracked by just trying to make a working train system for all the villages to connect to each other. Because I want the villagers to be able to get around, It's so cool. That's literally every single time what I get distracted by, and then I get bored and stop playing. Anyways, back to this train set. The Middle Management Tank Car, DIL. This tank car works hard. It carries heavy and difficult to handle loads. Giggity. Yes, it is pulled along by its superior, but it does a vital job connecting that leader to the cars behind it. It may be the middle management of rail cars, but that's nothing to be ashamed of. Long ago, railroads were the lifeblood of civilization, and the power to transport people or supplies remains key to our survival. Someone's got to move the fuel, right? I'd like to think our company plays a similar role in space. It gives meaning to the daily grind. An enjoyable place to sit and play. This one is comfortable to sit on. The leisure car. Passenger cars like this aren't fancy, and yet there's something elegant about taking a ride in one. You simply You simply recline in your seat and stare out the window as someone ferries you to where you need to go. This kind of leisure has a dignity about it, no? As a student, I once took a local train, a really slow one, on a journey to wherever it was going. I was the only passenger. The unchanging scenery stretched on and on. I felt like I was the only person in the world. Sounds a lot like space travel. Huh. Place your order on the right and pick it up at the left window. Beware, service is slow. Well. Life Station. This is a place where lives intersect in all sorts of ways. Some people come here for sad goodbyes. Others come for happy hellos. Some people find themselves here, wondering where they're going next. Is this a train stop or a life stop? Or maybe both? During my first job, my parents would meet me at the train station when I got home from work. I always thought I'd do the same thing for my kids, but it's usually them waiting at the station for me now. It always warms my heart, but I wish I could return the favor. Comfy digs. I wouldn't mind staying here for a while. There's like not much room, and there's also no rooms. But, alright. Straight and narrow track. This straight railway track is perfect for the person who knows exactly where they want to go in life. From point A directly to point B. No twists, no turns, and no turning back. It may not be the most adventurous route, but adventure is not for everyone. And they say that following the straight and narrow path is a virtue, but I've learned firsthand that it doesn't always lead you to your destination. When I started working directly under the president of Hokotare Freight, I thought it was the inevitable next step in my career. All it led to was piles and piles of paperwork. I'll be happy if my kids take a slightly twisted route in life, as long as it helps them achieve their dreams. If that's the case, I am bound to come to some interesting places, man. I have taken non-stop turns. The color makes me hungry for some delicious fruit. I still haven't settled on a good Louis. I don't think I ever will. Turn of events track. What a profound curve this track here exhibits. It's not so different from life. Sometimes you think you know where you're going, but then a curve in the track takes you for an unexpected ride. There's no getting off this train, so sit back and enjoy the surprise. I always slow down on sharp curves, but sometimes I crave the occasional thrill of speed. Maybe if I floored the accelerator while the parking brake was engaged, it would satisfy my desire. Ollie wants to drift. Sometimes I look around and wonder if civilization isn't simply the result of us, all trying to satisfy our desires just enough to stay productive. I keep thinking the next time I jump into one of these holes, I'm going to fall to my doom. That feels like a reference to any number of things, but could be Stand By Me. The Doom makes me think of Indiana Jones, but I don't remember any Indiana Jones bits with trains. But it reminds me of Stand By Me, where they're running along the train track bridge thing. Back at the beginning track. Sometimes in life you lay down a track that seems straight as an arrow, but the fact is it's not straight. Not at all. Follow that track, and you could end up right back where you started. But don't let that get you down. Maybe you're right back where you should be. I took my son to the zoo a few years ago, and he suddenly started crying. To calm him, I walked him back and forth on a path with no exhibits. We didn't see any animals that day, but I learned that sometimes the best solution is as simple as a change in direction. Ollie, you're a good dad. I got my head stuck in one of the gaps. My panicked screaming loosened it enough for me to get free. Is that the last one? Yeah. Thrill ride track. When a sharp turn catches you by surprise, what do? Slam on the brakes or throw down the throttle. No matter which choice you make, you're in for a heart-pounding thrill ride. Best to grab for that seatbelt if you've got one. Some people think I don't like the concept of a set path or staying on the rails. That's not true at all. The only thing that matters to me is that I'm going in the right direction. How I get to my destination is irrelevant, much like the opinions of others. I'm unsettled by both the shape and the color. Cool. The Roundabouts Express series. Yes! It's actually in motion! That makes me so happy! Look at it go around and around. Wish I could get a closer look. Yay. Oh, there were 2 of the straight pieces. Oh no, one is part of the actual train station. Okay, I wondered why there was only 1, but it showed 2 in all the others. All right, one more loop. Hell yeah. Oh, does that say oil? That says oil, doesn't it? I said DIL before. That says oil, doesn't it? That 150% says oil. Okay. I can get close up on this. Let me get closer, man. No, I want to go like right up next to it. Let me look inside the... I just saw that look closer was an action. Oh, okay. That's so cool. Has there been one for all of them? Oh my god, that... What? Oh. Oh! Oh, yo, that is so cool! Every second is of infinite value. Yo! Things we missed! Now I have to see if any of the others have actions. Trying to read that. Zoom binoculars 6 times 25. Okay, whatever. Is there like an overall view? No. Okay. That is there like a... Okay, so it's the same thing. Okay, so that's just something I need to be doing from now on. And then... Okay, yeah, it's the same... Look closer. Is there a... action on any of these? Flazoot. EC. Ah! Too bad you can't blow into that. Okay. All that doesn't move. That's unfortunate. What about this one? Too bad there's no honking. That total wasted opportunity. And this is the melody rhythm. Wasted opportunity to not have an action on all these things here. That's fine. I ain't judging. Ah! I'm so easily satisfied. What's this say? Ah. Now these though. Good. This is Song of Storms, I believe. Windmills, yeah. Sorry, I have totally sidetracked from the actual reading of things. But I think this is pretty worth. Unironically hype. Oh! Yo, it's got the full extended version of it! I say extended version of it, but you know what I mean. It's not just the ocarina playing of it, it's the full song. Okay, that's pretty hype. Oh, this must be the memory one. Oh, I recognize it. Pikmin 1! I get it! Yeah, that's the Pikmin 1 theme song, isn't it? That is so cool. What are the notes on this guy? Nostalgia. It's just sending me a warning about unexpected troubles in the future. I'll get the fruit juice. But that is really awesome. Okay, and then the Piranha Plant Lullaby. Cool. Alright, so that's that one. And then going back into last episode territory. Still looks really tasty, especially the meat part of it. Ooh. Excuse you? The action just makes it wiggle. Okay, that's mildly hilarious. Same thing. Oh, that's neat. Okay. I don't know why they were determined to make the sushi wiggle, but couldn't make the bells ring. Oh, they did make the littler bells jingle. No action on any of these. Nothing on the bottoms. Okay. That's fine. No action on any of these. Okay. Probably not going to be any actions on the fruit. But I might as well at least check. Oh, I already got the mango. Dragon fruit. Banana. Literally just says banana. Appreciated. Yeah, nothing there. Still don't fully know what that thing is. Or this, if it isn't an apple. Which I think it is just another kind of apple. I don't know. You all heard it before. I'm not the most knowledgeable about fruit unless I sell it. And then I kind of know some of it. Nothing on the big boy. Nothing on the rumps. Rumpa-dump-bump. Nope. I wanted these. Thank you. Okay. Okay, nothing there. Not sure what sort of actions would be on the pool balls. But a check anyway. organic jam, strawberry preserves, fresh fruit. This is serving size of 1 tablespoon. It has, don't care about the calories, it's got, is that 1.2 or 12 carb? I think 1.2 carb. Doesn't tell us actually how much protein or fat. That's fine. I could probably have a little bit of that. Croissant. Ah, yes, in the picture. I appreciate that it just treats the whole puzzle as one object. Like, can I can look closer at each individual piece if I really want to. No action. Lock. Key number 0830. Oh! Always and forever, heart. Oh, that's cute. Interesting. These are definitely details I've missed. No action on them. Game coin, 1 table game. Very specific, you love it. 100 coin, game coin, table game. Oh man, I love table game, it's my favorite. Huh, joke's on you, I play motorcycle game. Marufuku. Marufuku, number 1. Marufuku. I'm assuming that must be like a Japanese sports retailer. Ooh. Ha, that's cute. Alright. No action on you. What even are you? Oh, a pearl. Ah! Nothing on the ring pop. Happy holidays! I desire. Ah, yes, the spaceships. These definitely make me think of Yoshi's Cookies game. Probably a deliberate reference. I haven't even checked if any of these had actions. I don't think they did, though. Ah, of course you can make it jiggle, though. Appreciated. Ooh. Can I make him squeak? Disappoint. Alright, fair enough. Cool. Well, now that we know that's a thing, we will keep an eye out for it going forward. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. The Oral Arguments series. How many have we done? We've done 1, 2, and City. Okay. We're already... that already cost us a fair bit of time there. That's okay. Slip a coin into the mouth of this machine, and in return it will tell you a joke. Or so I'm told. But so far, it's only returned silence for every coin I've put in it. Perhaps it's broken. Or perhaps the joke is on me. So, the idea is you put your hand in the mouth and pretend it's being devoured by whatever's inside this object? Maybe some people find that funny, or even romantic, but it seems like a mediocre party gag to me. Shake it, and you'll hear the unmistakable sound of money. Okay, what even is this thing? Bocca della Verità. Okay, well, Verita is truth. Bocca or Bocchi? Bocca, it looks like. Okay. Bocca della Verità means mouth of truth. I see. Oh, it's a real thing. Oh, okay. The Mouth of Truth is a marble mask in Rome, Italy, which stands against the left wall of the portico of the Santa Maria in Cosmedin Church at the Piazza della Bocca della Verità, the site of the ancient Forum Boreum. Interesting. So this is based off a real thing. It's probably like a little, touristy kind of version of it. But yeah, no, okay. That's a thing. What enormous creature could these teeth belong to? And how did it come to part with them? The mind reels to imagine it all. Though this much we do know. The straightness and whiteness of the teeth suggest it had access to excellent dental care. I do not want to cross paths with the owner of these teeth. Of course, given the height of those molars, I'm guessing they're too big to have much in the way of physical agility. And that could work to my advantage if we did encounter one another. I could just run in frantic circles until they eventually gave up. I wish I could eat all the big things that this big mouth could eat. Brush of Wisdom. Surely such a large brush could be used to scrub a great many things. The mind boggles at the possibilities. Of course, one must use such a powerful tool of cleansing wisely. Think carefully before you proceed. I'm reminded of a toothbrush I used when I was a kid. I always wanted to brush my own teeth, so when my mom finally gave up helping me, it was a sweet victory. Unfortunately, that's when I started to get cavities. I guess that's the price of independence. I like to bury my face in the long, soft fur. Okay, ends at the dog bowl. Brush of Foolishness. The soft bristles of this brush. How good they feel when scrubbing one's own back. But how easy it is to lose yourself in the feeling. As they say, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Don't be fooled by this brushing vice. No, and enough is enough. Brushing a child's teeth for them is hard work, made worse by the fact that they're oblivious to the perils of tooth decay. I stopped brushing our kids' teeth for a time so they could learn for themselves, but that idea did not go over too well with my wife. There's something soothing about the way it smells. False lollipop. What a surprise it is to find that this lollipop offers no flavor at all. The odd protuberance is neither sweet nor savory, and yet mysteriously it lures one into sucking on it. Even more surprising, once you have a taste of this flavorless lollipop, you're almost certain to feel so soothed that hours fly by in a satisfied haze. I look at this and am instantly overcome by thoughts of my mother and all the mothers out there. They represent the power of nature itself, cocooning the universe in love and fortifying it with their strength since the dawn of time. Gave it a whiff, and all I got was a nose full of nostalgia. Maternal sculpture. In this shape, it is at once familiar and also comforting. Surely this sculpture was erected to remind us that a mother's love is universal. This shape resembles a mammalian appendage, but I have no idea what it actually does. It's dripping with what can only be described as beast drool. I'm hesitant to touch it, but I've got a duty to my mission, and maybe it won't be so bad if I close my eyes. This reminds me of my Nana. She used to feed me milk from this kind of thing. Nice. No comment. Bathing pool. This bathing apparatus is sure to be the envy of all who see it. Though primarily used for delightfully refreshing cold plunges, it can also hold hot water if it's delivered. True, the edges are slippery, but once you're in, it offers hours of carefree splashing. The bathtub we have at home is much smaller. If we had one like this, we could use it as a hot tub and relax together as a family. Then again, it's hard to unwind when surrounded by excited children, especially ones who like to splash you in the face. Perfect for catching critters, big and small. Just leave a little bait in there and see what happens. And the series together. I see. And yeah, that's about fair. No action, nothing on the bottom. No action to make them chatter. Pet supply puppies. Cool. I like how some of the objects have like actual like scratches and dings on them, showing that they like are not fresh out of the package or whatever. Toothbrush blue. Toothbrush not yellow. Okay, so this means that this is the original toothbrush and the other one is the secondary toothbrush. Alright. Oh, this is going to be a good one. The Assembled Courage series. The Think Tank Combo Bot. Look at this robot. It was made to command, to lead. The greatness is in its eyes and its horns. But how can one be a great leader, robot or otherwise, without followers? Likewise, what is a head without a body? Important questions for us all to ask. I was in awe of modular robots when I was growing up. Their strength and abilities impressed me to my core. I doubt anyone's ever admired me in such a way, but maybe that's not so bad. I find great satisfaction in being respected as an equal. The rotating action will work great for mincing garlic. I see. Ah, the very heart of the robot. It all comes together right here. Separate parts join to become one. Voila! A team is born. It takes determination and drive to pull everyone together, but that's what the heart of a team does, and that's how victory is won. Once I get started on something, I'm the type that can't help but keep piling on more and more work for myself to do. If that's considered hard work, then I guess I like hard work. The only problem is the result of hard work isn't always good work. I wonder how much this would sell for if reassembled. Probably a lot. Fist Force Combo Bot. Look at this robo's arm. It's ready to seize victory in its steely fist. It fires at its enemies not out of anger, but out of necessity. It does what must be done, and never flinches from that duty. Yes, that's what valor looks like, and it's a good look indeed. It's crucial to believe that you are capable of success, but just because you believe it doesn't guarantee will happen. Then again, if you don't believe it, you're unlikely to succeed at all. That's why you have to clench your fists and remain strong in the face of every challenge. For me, the ultimate success will be returning home to my family. I believe I can. Perfect for tenderizing meat. If the right arm is all about valor and victory, the left arm is about love and peace. You could say that while one hand throws a punch, the other reaches out for a handshake. This symmetry is important. It keeps the whole body, nay, the whole universe, in balance. For me, love and protectiveness go hand in hand. When I think of my daughter, rambunctious, willful, a bright spark of joy, both feelings come forth at once. I'd do anything to keep her spark from fading the way mine has. If she read this now, she'd say, "Lighten up, Dad." They say peace and love go hand in hand. Neither seem to add much in terms of flavor. Hey, that's a lie. You can taste love when it's put into the cooking. Kickstart Combo Bot. This robot's right leg is planted solidly on the ground. Its stance is firm. This posture says, you can do anything if only you have the courage and the conviction to do it. Inspiring, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. Now I too am ready to put my own foot down. Legs are some of the most important parts of a living organism. Not only are they used for walking and running, but that movement helps circulate blood throughout the body. Some even call legs the second heart. I wonder if my toes serve a second purpose as well. That's kinky, Olimar. I've been looking for something like this for mashing potatoes. Do we even have, like, a solid supply of potatoes and garlic and all that stuff for you? Sure-footed combo bot. One can't afford to waffle on the battlefield, nor can one afford to rush in with half-baked plans. Yes, courage is required, but also calmness. Yes, conviction is needed, but also composure. You can rest assured the left leg will stride into battle, but only after careful consideration. Many people don't realize that they not only have a dominant hand, but a dominant leg as well. That leg can be even more muscular or longer than its non-dominant counterpart. Too big of an imbalance between the two legs can have staggering effects. Literally. If I have a dominant hand, does that mean I have a dominant foot? If so, which one is it? I mean, I guess it's kind of up to you to decide, isn't it? Here he is, fully assembled. No action and nothing in... That's fine. That's still pretty cool. This is the one that does the rocket punch, and then this one is the handshake one. Yeah, cool. Do any of the individual parts have a thing? Does not appear to be. Okay. Ah, the Soulful Artist series. This one's a fairly large one. Whee! Alright, we will do this one. Maybe the next one. We'll see how long this one takes. Any of these going to have individual stuff? No, it doesn't appear to be. Okay. Uniquely you goo. Red is red, of course. Or is it? First, there are many shades of red. And second, even the same shade of red means different things to different individuals. For some, red is a painful fire. For others, it is a warm love. Maybe there's a one-of-a-kind red for us all. And this is my favorite color. I love how it imbues passion and emotion into everything it touches. Come to think of it, the first Pikmin I encountered were red. Perhaps that's why I instinctively trusted them. Colors can influence behavior in all kinds of ways. I find the color unsettling. This next one's more you, eh? I appreciate that there's like actual writing on here where it would be. Can't always read all of it. What does it say? Not intended for use by design. Oh, by children. Do not apply directly to the skin. Please wash your hands after use. What type of paint is it? Is it acrylic or watercolor? Or not watercolor, but like oil? I don't know. I don't know much about paint, if that wasn't obvious. This tube of decorative blue goo is sure to inspire creativity in anyone who comes upon it. It should also be a reminder to welcome new colors into your life now and then. Don't get stuck returning to the same hues over and over again. Go wild. Unleash a new you. This color is very similar to that of blue Pikmin. I prefer red. Wow, rude. My whole mouth turned blue after one lick. Some other stuff kept coming out blue for the next few days. Probably won't eat it again, even if it is my favorite color. No love for green, man. What's the last one? Neon goo. Okay. Illumination goo. In fortune-telling circles, this is the color of illumination. Minions. It has the power to light the path before us, showing us which way to go if we want better luck in life and, specifically in money-making endeavors. I hope the illumination goo will light my way. I heard that Pikmin of the same color were found in the same location. Could there be a correlation? Some creatures change their appearance to match their environment. I'd like to observe what happens to those Pikmin when exposed to other environments. Makes me think of my favorite yellow foods. Noble goo, purple. What a regal color this is! Noble and dignified in hue, it demands a solemn indifference from all who gaze upon it. No wonder it's the color of kings, queens, and other folks of high status. I confess, I yearn to have a coat made of this color myself. Found in a dark location. Luckily, it was just bright enough to be spotted in the vicinity of purple Pikmin. I've never associated purple with strength, but I've since had to revise my thinking. Reminds me of the color of almost frozen lips. Brrr. Anything unique on you? You got different spot of the paint on you. Interesting that they all seem to have yellow on them. Yellow also has pink. Yellow's mostly used up. True goo. I think this is white. Some say this hue is the absence of all color. Others say, in fact, it's all colors combined. I, for one, believe both are true. No, I don't know the whys and hows of it, but I do know this color goes nicely with every other color out there, and that must mean something. Discovered in an obscure locale alongside white Pikmin. Creatures with bright colors are usually more likely to be packing poison, while creatures with dull coloration are generally harmless. But this doesn't apply to white Pikmin. In fact, they're dangerously poisonous. No doubt they use this to their advantage. My teeth have been sparkling white ever since I used this to brush them. I wonder if it took care of my cavities too. No. Ambiguous goo. A bit of white, a bit of black. This color has made its home halfway between the two. Gray, maybe? Some say it's an ambiguous hue that refuses to plant its flag. But maybe it just enjoys living between two ends of the spectrum, enjoying the best of both worlds. This color reminds me of rock Pikmin. When I first touched one, I was surprised by how cold it felt. It was a pleasant sensation, and they didn't seem to mind my curiosity. Much like this treasure, rock Pikmin were found in a dark, chilly place. How appropriate. The boss likes to wear this color. Guess it suits grown-ups. Captivation goo. That one's pink. Oh yeah, it straight up says gray on it. Kind of sad that the only green is a neon. No good dark foresty greens. This color is so charming. Anyone who lays eyes upon it finds their mood improved. Needless to say, it's the go-to hue for painting cheeks and lips when one is in the mood to captivate. Would it work as well if I painted on my arms? Perhaps I'll try. An attractive color, similar to that of the winged Pikmin that were found in its vicinity. It mystifies me how such helpless creatures have survived for so long. Their bright color makes it so easy for a predator to spot them. Needless to say, I find them to be particularly fascinating. I imagine the fact that they can fly might help. I feel I look like a ripe fruit when I cover my face with this stuff. Makes me even hungrier. Refreshing goo, a light blue. Probably based off the... I guess these are red, blue, yellow, purple, white, rock, winged, ice, and glow. So it's one for every type of Pikmin. This is neither the color of the sky, nor the color of the sea, though it is nearly the color of both. No, as blue hues go, this one is like a cool splash of water on your face, or like shaved ice on a summer day, or like the calm surface of the swimming pool after my love swam away for the last time. Oh my, I fear I got swept away for a moment there. This color reminds me of the ice emitted by the sus Nivis Ventus. Is it a coincidence that I encountered this treasure and ice Pikmin in the same area? It's no coincidence that ice Pikmin are called that. If I licked one, I'm sure my tongue would stick to it. I look at this color and I think about ice cubes. Doesn't matter how many I eat, they never fill me up. No, that's not how ice works. Neon goo. Like a neon sign blinking at night, or a luminous bug flitting across a field at sunset. This color grabs your eye and doesn't let go. But will you follow where it leads? Neon, by its very nature, may lure you towards adventure or danger. Who knows what a goo of this hue has in store for you? The same color as the glow Pikmin that appear while exploring at night. Many think neon colors are artificial, but they're actually the result of certain materials reacting to short wavelengths of light. So really, they are quite natural and another example of how our perception can be unreliable. If I painted my whole body with this color, would I disappear forever or never get lost? Never get lost, probably. And then it's just the colors all lined up. Oh, I get what they did here. That's clever. So, if you'll notice, the red, the blue, and the yellow are the most used up, and they're the ones furthest to the left. They have been in every Pikmin game, and so they've been, used up more and more. Purple and the white, and the rock and the winged look roughly the same, because these two were introduced in Pikmin 2, but weren't in Pikmin 3, with the exception of, some challenges, but not in the actual, game of Pikmin 3. And these, of course, only appeared in the last game. And these two look almost completely full because they only appeared in this game. And that's a neat detail. I like that. Cool. Alright, well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 left. We can do all that in one big shot. There's a couple of short ones here. Actually, they are all mostly pretty long. That's fine. We got sidetracked with rediscovering all the stuff on past ones. So this is where we are going to leave it off for today. Thank you to everyone for joining me. I hope you had fun. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you all next time for some more, for the finale of the Pikmin 4 Treasure Catalogue Epilogue. Bye-bye.